Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another video. This video I'm going to be doing my first impressions on the brand new Nintendo Switch 2 console. Now the Nintendo Switch 2 has been out a little over a week now, and I've been having so much fun with the console. So here are my thoughts on the console, whether or not you should get it or not. So here we go. The console itself, the way it looks, the way it feels, it really feels really good in your hand. It feels much more of a premium product compared to the first Switch, in my opinion. So I see myself playing this in handheld a lot more often than the original one. The problem I had with the original one, the Joy-Cons didn't feel that good. The Joy-Cons, I find it pretty small in the original one, to be honest. These feel so much better in your hands. It feels like an actual controller, and just feels so much better overall in handheld mode. Playing games in handheld mode, the screen quality is very, very nice. Yes, it's not an OLED screen, it's a LED screen, but to be honest, I really don't care whether it was OLED or not. As long as I can see what's going on and I can see the games perfectly, it plays well. Like the game, the screen quality is just amazing on it. Right now I'm currently playing Mario Kart, but I did try out the GameCube app, which you can see I'm playing right now. Tried it out this morning for the first time, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm playing the Zelda Wind Waker on it, and it plays extremely well. The only thing I don't like is that there's like black borders on the side of the screen. I don't like that. I really think they should put full screen on these games. That would make the experience so much better. You know, I think they should update it and put the time and effort to make it full screen instead of having those stupid black borders on the side. That's my only gripe with the GameCube game so far. But the actual Mario Kart game, Mario Kart World, really impressed with the game. I'm really enjoyed it. I put about 30 hours into the game right now. I did beat all the cups. Grand Prix. I did beat all of the Knockout Tour, versions of the actual Grand Prix cups. I did beat on every single level. Well, not every single level. I did just do 150cc, because once you do 150cc, it will be you don't have to do 150cc. It would just take the place of that, instead of you playing through all the cups 3 times, which would be ridiculous. But yeah, the graphics looks extremely similar to Mario Kart 8. I will not sit here and lie and say it looks way better. It doesn't look way better. It does look slightly better, but the graphics do look nice on the Switch 2 console. It doesn't look like mind-blowing, extremely different than Mario Kart 8. You can barely tell the difference sometimes if you were to put it side by side. But if you played Mario Kart 8 and now you play Mario Kart World, you can tell the difference if you played these games before. But for somebody that never played these games, they wouldn't be able to tell the difference at all. It would look the same to them. But yeah, the graphics do look nice. Yeah, very nice. Gameplay, it feels really good. I had no issues, no lagging or anything like that. Nothing like that. I did try online for the first time yesterday. I only did 2 matches, and that was Knockout Tour. I did lose the first match, but I did win the second match. It's too early to tell whether the online is better than the Switch 1 compared to the Switch 2, but I've had no issues with it. That's for me just playing like maybe 10 minutes on online, so I can't really give my full thoughts on the online mode. But so far, I had no issues with it. In terms of the battery power for the Switch 2, I can't really tell you if the battery is better from the Switch 1. I think it's worse. I've seen some people say that it's worse, and of course, because the games is higher demanding. So any game that's like high demanding in terms of power, which is, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, the Switch 2 editions, Mario Kart and stuff like that, games that's massive, of course the battery is going to drain faster. So I'm not sure if they can fix that, but maybe when they re-release like a newer version of the console, I'm sure they can fix it. But for now, the battery doesn't bother me too much. But if you play in handheld primarily, then I can see why it would be an issue for you. The Pro Controller feels good. I'm actually enjoying using the Switch 2 Pro Controller. You can also use your Switch 1 Pro Controller if you don't want to buy the Switch 2 controller. You could use that. In terms of the classic controllers, I'm sure it works. I haven't tried them yet, but I'm sure it works. I do have an unboxing video for the GameCube controller coming right after this, so stay tuned for that. So overall, my overall thoughts on the console and whether you should get it or not, it depends on the type of person you are. I would say this: if you own the original Switch, if you played it, you loved it. If you never got the OLED Switch, if you didn't buy it at all, if you have the original and you're just looking to continue to play your library of games on the Switch 2, and you don't really care about the newer games, or maybe you do, but you're I don't know. And if you have the online service, the $50 one, the highest tier one, I would say it's worth upgrading, especially if your Switch 1 is not performing that well. If you're not getting too much use out of it anymore, if you feel like you want to upgrade, I think this will be a great upgrade for you if you only have the Switch 1. Now, if you own the Switch 1, the OLED, the Lite, if you own everything, if you feel like you don't care about the Nintendo GameCube games, if you feel like you don't care about Nintendo Switch Online at all, if you don't care about that, if you don't care about the latest Mario Kart, if you don't care about the upcoming new Donkey Kong game that's coming out in July, if you don't care about those at all, I would say stick with your Switch 1 and just wait it out. See what other games will come out in the future. And if you don't care about playing your games in 60 FPS, if you don't care about playing your games at a higher, resolution, if you don't care about that at all, I'll just say stick with the original and skip out on the Switch 2. Now, if you haven't played games in years, if you're looking for a new console to get, if you like Nintendo or whatever, I would say just get the OLED Switch, the first one. If you just want to experience the previous Nintendo titles, I would say just get the OLED, because that one will eventually go down in price. I think the OLEDs still go for $350. You can probably get one for $250 if you look hard enough. But I would say just stick with the Switch 1, the OLED version, if you just want to get into Nintendo. Now, for the people that bought everything, the Switch 1, the OLED, the Switch Lite, but you love GameCube, you love Mario Kart, you never had the PlayStation, you never had the Xbox, you don't have PC, but you're a diehard Nintendo fan, of course, it's the system will be for you. But for anybody that's expecting to get that Nintendo reinventing the wheel or another gimmick where it's way different than the competition, you're going to be disappointed. So don't expect anything from this console, from Switch 1 to Switch 2, being extremely different from each other. The user interface for both consoles is exactly the same, so don't expect it to be extremely different from the previous console. I would say wait for it. But that's just my initial thoughts on the Nintendo Switch console. I'm really, really having fun with it. I can see myself playing this for a long time, especially in handheld. know, like I said, I'm playing Zelda, trying it out right now, and I'm having so much fun with it. So yeah, that's the end of the video, guys. I do have another video coming up right after this one, so be sure to tune into that one. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.